Big Dipper Innovation Summit, MLK? As an entrepreneur, why do you care? Stay tuned and we'll tell you why. Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. Hello, and welcome back to WorkHARDaholics with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, moi, Shirley Crawford. Okay, it's been an amazing week, to say the least. So before we get into all that, we want to start this week off the way that you need, with your mind on your money and your money on your mind. So we're going to start off with financial news you can use from none other than Lawrence Roberts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lawrence Roberts with Financial News You Can Use. Today, I want to read to you a letter that was presented to me by one of the people out in the audience. This letter, I'm going to go ahead and read the letter. Hello, my name is Cynthia. I am 27 years old with twins. I am a very successful realtor. I sell about 2.5 houses per month. What financial advice do you have for someone like me? Okay, well, first off, Cynthia, I want to congratulate you on doing such a great job and take care of your family and providing for other people and their families, giving them some place to live. Secondly, yes, I will encourage you to talk to a financial professional such as myself, and I will provide my information for you. Okay, also understand this here. There are certain things that everyone should do, everyone should know. So those are the things we're going to talk about first. Then I'm going to tell you about some other little things that you might want to really take, notepad on, okay? All right, first, if you haven't already done so, set a budget and stick to it. You understand? Then establish an emergency fund. Too many times we live from check to check, month to month. We don't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is just that. You know what it's like to make your paycheck. Everyone here that's listening knows what it's like to work hard because we work hard. We're workaholics. We make our money. That does not mean we have to spend it as soon as you make it. That does not mean you have to put it all in a savings account either, because having a budget and having an emergency fund doesn't mean all of it has to sit in an emergency fund, sit there, okay? Because there's different levels to the emergency fund. You have one level, hey, I can get access to this like that in a snap. That's that entry level, because I don't need emergencies. Let's be real. Emergencies may not happen where you need $20,000 every day. But 3 to 6 months, that's your income, $20,000 or more. Who knows? But you still may need access to it. So that low level, 3 to 4 day fund, you could put $5,000 there, a couple $100 there. Then you have another level. It could be an investment account. It could be something a little bit further out. But you have access to it. It's not blocking you. Then you have another level. It's even further out, because you can always grab that too. Because, family is family. We're going to take care of family. Those are emergencies. But then sometimes we can't let families take advantage of us either on emergencies, because your emergency and your failure to plan does not mean it's my turn to step in. Okay? Well, those are things. And on top of that, Cynthia, lucky for you, this year, 2023, the federal government has made it possible for you to contribute more to your retirement plan. If you've already set that up, for those of you who have already set up your retirement plan, your IRAs, your Roths, or whatever, you can now contribute an additional $500. If you go into this 50 plus club, you can contribute even more. But understand this. You notice I said can contribute, meaning do it. You have to plan for it. Know your credit score, people. Take the time to learn your credit score. Know it. Because your credit score which I'm sure Cynthia, she likes talking to those people that have, good credit scores. Low credit scores, they probably not in that 2 to 5, 2.5 houses that she's selling a month. All right? Protect your most important asset. What is your most important asset? You and your ability to earn your income. You want to make sure you're able to earn your income. That's what that's all about. We're going to talk more about that and the importance of that at a later time. But also understand this. These are some great financial news, great financial tidbits that you can use, okay? This is all about you. Financial news that you can use.
Now, I sincerely hope that you all are fully utilizing the benefit of having Lawrence around, right? So, all that information he's giving you about insurance and investments and things you can do with your money and ideas of things that you can do even for your kids for the future. I don't want it to be that you hear the show, you watch the show, and you're like, oh, that sounds nice, and you don't implement anything. Because that would be what we call an epic fail. We want more for you. So that means we have to get a little bit more from you. We're giving you the information so that you can utilize it. And of course, there's more information to share. But first, a word from our sponsors who make this show possible.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com. During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Hey there, I am Rita Ricks, principal of Rita Ricks LLC. We are spiritual and mental health coaches, showing women and young adults how to remove the barriers preventing them from creating the life they were born to live. Once those barriers are eliminated, they find the peace, purpose, and passion to achieve what they truly want in life. Contact us today at ritaricks.com because this is your time.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local Capital Area Health Network. Call us at 780-0840 or go to cahealthnet.org. Find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
Imagine Media Lab, a multimedia and podcast rental studio in partnership with the Women's Business Center, RVA, offers audio and video production services. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Create marketing and advertisement content such as voiceovers. Become a member and save on podcasting and production packages. All equipment and software is included in your rental, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
Once again, thank you to our sponsors who make WorkHARDaholics possible to come to you. Okay, so as we said before the show even got started, really, this past week has been jam-packed and really amazing. So I want to start off talking about the Big Dipper Innovation Summit. Did you all know about the event? Had you heard? I'm going to tell you the truth. I hadn't heard a word. And for me, that's really peculiar. It's one thing for me to be antisocial and to be an introvert, be like, I'm not going. It's another one. I heard nothing about the event. And if you knew about it and you didn't tell me, shame on you, because I tell you everything or everything you need to know. Anyway, the event, talk about, if you can think about jamming into one room a ton of first level, like totally high caliber talent and resources into one room. This was it. I mean, legitimately. So the event was the 12th through the 14th. It was held at Virginia State University. And it was put on by JMI, Johnson Marketing, and there were some other, sponsors as well. But the caliber of the people, that's where I get to, right? Because I network all the time, right? That's my gig. I do it for consulting purposes. We do it because of the show and making sure we're getting the message out there and sharing resources with you all. Because if I had known about this in advance, I would have told you. I didn't know. All right. And so I'm still amazed at like all of the participants. So let me just tell you a few, right? So, Charlemagne the God. Yep, that one. Okay. Dr. Trent, so this is the person at the White House level who was dealing with HBCUs and the initiatives, right? How often do you get access to your White House personnel who actually have an impact on the things that you care about, right? Bakari Sellers, who you've seen on CNN, but he's done so many other things as well. And a really interesting conversation that he was having with regards to current events, mental health. It was very diverse in the conversation and even diverse on his issue, but that's the beauty of having diversity in all platforms and all stages. So the reason that his conversation is so amazing to behold is when you think about sometimes when you turn on the television, you only see one type of person. And so having this diverse platform, especially for black and brown individuals, and bringing you access from that lens, absolutely fascinating. And his conversation was, there are several things he said I totally disagree with, but that's because I can. But amazing, 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 amazing. And then, of course, for you entrepreneurs, how you doing? There was a panel of entrepreneurs. And the thing that I found really fascinating about that was that it was all women. It was a total woman panel. And it was Sharice Jones, who you all know as Sassy Jones, who we were trying to have for our conference last year. And there she was, like right there in the same room. There were a couple other ladies. I'm trying to see their information. Taylor Shaw, who was a Forbes 30 under 30. Tahira White, who started a women's animation company. And so here's the thing that made this all so special, because in the room, as I said, there were all these people from all kinds of backgrounds. The thing that absolutely fascinated me was this. So there's one individual who I've been fascinated with. I live in Richmond, Virginia, for those of you who don't know that. And so we had the whole thing with the Confederate statues all coming down. And so the company that did that is Henry Construction. And so I've been really fascinated to know more about the people behind it, because I knew that Mr. Henry and his family have received like death threats and all kinds of things because of this event. And I've really been wanting to have a conversation with him from an entrepreneurial standpoint of when business and your policies, your morals, your vision about life, when they intersect, and how do you do it? How do you manage that, making a dollar and keeping your family safe? Like there's a lot, and I've been wanting to so badly. So who is the first person that I see as I walk in the door once I've gotten our lovely media pass and our passes for entry? Devin Henry. That just amazed me. So the beautiful thing about these types of events is because it was so easy to access the speakers. So for those of you who are talking about, oh well, I have a few words for Mayor Stoney or for the mayor of Petersburg, or I want to talk to so and so. I want to talk to Alfred Liggins because I want some different programming for Radio One, Urban One. They were all there. You could literally walk up to them and have a conversation, right? That's the beauty of these types of events. It's nice that you bring in the big names. It's even nicer when you, as the entrepreneur, as the community leader, as the activist, as the citizen, can access the people who make an impact. So when we're talking about networking, that's what we're talking about. Here was your chance to decrease those degrees of separation and to really get one-on-one with the people who are making the policies, who are making the media, who are impacting the laws and the legislation. This was your moment. I'm sorry that some of you missed it, but I hope that you'll keep this thought in mind for future events. On that note, we're going to take another commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the things that have recently happened and why you, as an entrepreneur, should care.
During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple, and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment, or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local capital area health network. Call us at 780-0840 or go to cahealthnet.org. Find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Once again, thank you to our sponsors who make this show possible. Okay, so we've been discussing some of the events that happened in this past week. So we were talking about the Big Dipper Innovation Summit, which was held out of Virginia State, sponsored by JMI, which is Johnson Marketing. And so talking about some of the caliber of the people who were there, which was sincerely amazing. Okay. But now I actually want to shift gears a little bit and talk about some other things that were happening in this past week. So Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. As we say, a day on rather than a day off, which I love. I love the service component of it. But here's the thing that I've really, really been thinking about. I had the opportunity to go to the Black History Museum, one of my favorite places here in Richmond. If you haven't been, you should really go visit. And they held a program there sponsored by the city of Richmond. And so the mayor was there again. John Bibb sang the Black National Anthem, which I think most people don't know the second chorus to, the second verse to. It's just a fact. I think we know the first and the third. Most people seem to blank out at the second. But there was that. And then one of the speakers was Dontrese Brown, who, for those of you who are in the city of Richmond, he's, an amazing gentleman, very passionate. And so for those of us who are in Richmond, if you remember, the boulevard was renamed to Arthur Ashe Boulevard in honor of Arthur Ashe, the very accomplished tennis player and activist who is from right here in Richmond. And so as I listened to him speak, he's so passionate, so impactful, and so heartfelt about what he's talking about. But here was the thing that I really took away from all these conversations, from every person that I heard speak at the big summit, innovation summit, from every person who spoke at the MLK celebration. Everything is about legacy. That's really the bottom line. So we're building these businesses, we're building this network, we're building these communities, but for what and to whom do we desire to see the outcome go? Right? Are you doing this for your kids? Are you doing this because you want to be able to, I don't know, travel around the world? I don't know what your goal or objective is, but I do know intentionality is key. So I have been doing for those of you who've been with the show a long time, you know I used to always talk about my book it moment and the book that we were reading for the week. We haven't talked about that in a while, but I have really been on this old school motivational book journey, right? And part of the reason why I haven't always been into those types of books, because a lot of times they sound like really hokey. Like, think this and this will happen. Manifest that and this is what you will get. But the further along I get, the further along that I am able to tie in the science and the philosophy and come together with this, I'm coming across with some amazing things, which I'm actually planning on compiling and we'll have more conversation about. But in the end, one of the biggest lessons that they all shared from the events, from the books that I've been reading, there has to be a purpose to what you're working for. Like the thing that will motivate you in the middle of the night. Like right now, we're already over here talking about how late we're going to work tonight. The thing that will motivate you to be able to do that is when you are passionate about the end result. So I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I know what my goals are, and I'm working on them daily. But if you're not passionate about it, if it's not for legacy, if it's not for impact, if it's not for influence, it's so easy to dismiss. So, like when you talk about the Big Dipper Innovation Summit, that's all the skies are the limit. So now we're going to stop putting a cap on ourselves and really dig deep to make that impact. So you all know me. You know what I'm going to say. How do you get there? How do you get it done? It's called, once again, quantifiable goals. You know it. You're aware of it. And so I would like to see in 2023 that we don't keep repeating the same conversation. And if we are, it's for a new audience, not for the same audience we've already had. I'd love for you all to share your goals. Let us know. What are you planning on doing? And share some of the steps on how you're going to get there. And if you're out there and you're like, I don't know where to start, I kind of know what I want. Or if you're like me, like right now, y'all know I'm getting ready for this marathon. The idea of it is overwhelming, right? But that's why we have, as I mentioned to y'all before, we're kicking off the Women's Business Center RVA Toolkit. It's your opportunity to come in once a week, co-work, have some accountability, receive seminars each month. To be able to tap in and say, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, and to have someone to be accountable to, to share that information with. And we're not having it to break your bank. It's $25 a month. Clearly, we're not too concerned about it breaking the bank. But I want this for you all. So if that's you and you're interested, call the office, 804-921-3844, or drop us a message at admin@wbcrva.com. Okay? So hopefully, through all the things we've talked about, even from the lessons that Lawrence gave you about your money, even as we talk about the Big Dipper Innovation Summit and the art of networking and connecting and all the ways that you could be improving your business, even down to learning a lesson from Dr. King, that there should be something that lives beyond you, and to determine what your legacy is going to be. And if you're an entrepreneur, making the best business that has the biggest impact, and to be intentional about doing so. So that's what we wanted to share with you all this week. We'll see you again next week. And as we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta.
Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Repeat. Repeat.
Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.